What's going on, man? So, let's get some votes in here, man. Once you get started, get some people out here. Uh, you know, let's get some votes. Let's get some votes. We'll start it off like that. Once we get them votes, once we get these votes going, we're gonna spark a conversation. You know, well, this is the topic. This is the conversation we're having. If if Aaron Donald come back to to the Rams, will that secure them a championship? Me personally, yeah, I think if they get Aaron Donald back, I think that will secure them a championship. Um, there's not too many teams that could mess with them. You know what I'm saying? Their defense will be, pretty much unstoppable. You got Myles Garrett on one side, then you got Aaron Donald on one side, man. I think that'll secure them a championship, bro. It definitely will be hard to beat them. So that definitely would help them a lot. You know, winning the championship with Aaron Donald and uh, Myles Garrett. So let's get some votes, man. Come on, what you think? If Aaron Donald, come back, will that secure the Rams championship, a championship? So let's get the votes in, man. Then it starts sparking this conversation on up. Let's get them likes up too, man. Let's get the likes up on this, man. All right, man. Man, we yesterday it was jumping, bro. We had a lot of people in here, man. A lot of people in the chat. A lot of people in the chat. We had a lot of people in the chat. Let's see if we can, what I'm saying, get these numbers back up. So basically, yeah, man. For now, let's just go off of what I was talking about. I definitely think if Aaron Donald comes back, bro, with Myles Garrett, I definitely think they'll have enough um, to win them a championship. You know, then you got other great defensive players on the defense. You know what I'm saying? Now let's take it there because, like I said, they have other great pieces on the defense. Uh, and Brandon Frisk, that's another great defensive end. So they got a lot of great defensive players as well, man. And the offense, you know, you got Kyron Williams and Blake Corum, you know, Blake Corum and Kyron Williams, both was two good running backs. Both can catch the ball out the backfield, both run and making miss tackles and stuff like that. So they got two good running backs on the Rams offense as well. Don't forget about Puka Nakua. That's a great receiver right there. You know what I'm saying? Matthew Stafford was a little bit shaky last year, man. I don't know if it was the back problems. I don't know if it was his arm or something. I don't know, man. He was facing some type of injury last year, bro. But he definitely did not look like himself in the pocket. But if Matthew Stafford could be more consistent, and you know, because he had a couple overthrown balls, bro. He wasn't that precise on his throws and stuff like that. You know, I don't know what it was. I don't know if it, like I said, if it was back or his arm or something. What was going on with him? But he had some type of injury last year, bro. He was battling. So you know, our football fans that really watch football know Matthew Stafford was definitely more accurate in his previous career. Like he's been accurate. So last year, I don't know, man. He was overthrowing balls and stuff. But this year, bro, if Matthew Stafford could definitely be more accurate, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, you got Puka Nakua. Dude was so great last year, man. He's so consistent. Devontae Adams, man, a veteran, a leader. I think he needs a couple more balls thrown his way. Definitely a monster. You know what I'm saying? So they got Bryce Young. He a good outside linebacker. He definitely was, you know, one of the players that was doing his thing. So you know they got some good players. They got a good backup quarterback at Ty System. You know, sent from Alabama. So if it boils down to it, and Matthew Stafford is hurt or something, they got a decent backup. But hopefully Matthew Stafford can stay upright and stay healthy this year. But I think if Aaron Donald, like I said, comes back, him and Myles Garrett, you got other good defensive players like Braden Young and Trent McDuff, you know, cornerback, you know. So they got some good pieces out there on the defense. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if they put all those pieces together, they should, you know, go pretty far in the playoffs and possibly, you know, bring a championship to LA. Also, I'm gonna talk about a couple other teams as well. I got 5 NFC teams, 5 AFC teams. I think that, you know, that either they got opportunity to win the Super Bowl or go deep in the playoffs. I also think these 5 teams right here, we have the Broncos, Buffalo Bills, Patriots, and Kansas City Chiefs. And so, and the Baltimore Ravens. I think all 5 of those teams could be, you know, potential teams that could go deep in the playoffs and also could, you know, end up winning in the Super Bowl. Except for I'm not gonna lie. I do not believe in Josh Allen, bro. They defense just not what it is. They offense really haven't stepped up and pursued a great receiver. I think Josh Allen just wanted to be the lone wolf over there, the only superstar besides Cook. That's the only other option they have is Josh Allen and Cook. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like they need to add more pieces to that offense somebody they could have pursued Brown, bro, but they didn't pursue Brown. So I don't understand what happened as far as uh, the Bills not pursuing any other players outside of well, didn't pursue anybody like that, a big time player or anything. So that's kind of crazy. Also, the Patriots, with them securing Brown over there, they had a great offense, great defense. Now you have a number one receiver over there. They look like they're gonna be pretty good this year as well. So I see them probably going pretty far in the playoffs. Also, also the Kansas City Chiefs, man, right back at it with Patrick Mahomes. I feel like he gonna be pretty good this year. Then they added another piece to the puzzle with getting Seattle's running back Walker. So it's like, bro, if you're Seattle, how do you let a good running back like that go? Now the only thing you have is, you know, you have some good receivers, a good defense, but still, man, Walker, man, he carried that team, bro. Now you're gonna have Sam Darnold sitting back there passing the ball more than he should. And we know once Sam Darnold start passing the ball more than he should, bro, that man, most likely, hey, it's gonna be some turnovers, more turnovers than it should be. So with that being said, bro, I don't see Seattle going back to the Super Bowl. Some people might say, man, I see Seattle going back. Yeah, they got a great defense. Yeah, Seattle does have a great defense, but if you have a quarterback that's gonna throw, turn the ball over, known for fumbling the ball, known for throwing interceptions, making indecisive reads and stuff like that when it comes to the receivers and stuff, not making the right decision, not checking the ball down and stuff like that. So, and you don't have a running back now to hand the ball off to. Man, I don't understand why Seattle got rid of him or let him go. Just walk out the door like that, man. Walker was a great running back, man. So you let him go to the Kansas City Chiefs with, letting Patrick Mahomes come back, and now they're getting all their players back, all the receivers. Patrick Mahomes getting healthy. Xavier, he's gonna be good this year. You know what I'm saying? Rice, all that, man. So it's like, bro, Travis Kelce's still there, bro. Why would you let Walker walk out the door and become a Kansas City Chief? That's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand that. But like I said, I don't believe in Josh Allen because, you know what I'm saying, it's only Josh Allen over there and, what I'm saying, Cook. So I don't believe in the Buffalo Bills. I don't believe in Baltimore because Lamar Jackson hasn't really proved himself yet. Lamar Jackson, they have too much offensive power over there, bro. Come on, man. You got Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry and you know what I'm saying, the receivers they got over there. They got some formidable receivers over there. So it's like, bro, y'all haven't proven yourself, bro. You got two superstars on the offense, and y'all still haven't proven yourself at all. So like, I don't understand what they missing over there in Baltimore. Then y'all let John Harbaugh go. That was a mistake within itself. Why would y'all let John Harbaugh go? Oh yeah, man, he can't get us over the hump. It's not John Harbaugh's fault. It's Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, the players on the field. It's their fault, man. I give y'all the plays. Hey, it's up to y'all to run the plays precise and make the right decision and execute the plays. So you can't blame the coach every time it's a problem on the field. He only can do so much. What, you want him to go out there and play for you as well? Shit. So it's like, I don't understand why Baltimore let John Harbaugh go. I feel like the Giants are going to be a pretty decent team. I'm not going to say a great team or nothing like that, but they'll do better than these past seasons. I feel like they just need a better quarterback. I don't believe in the quarterback they got right now current on their roster. So once they get a better quarterback underneath their roster, I feel like John Harbaugh, he's going to bring, excitement and do better and stuff like that than they previously did. But yeah, I don't understand why Baltimore. I don't understand why Baltimore Ravens uh, let John Harbaugh go. So that was a mistake within itself. So I think, me personally, I see those guys right there, the Kansas City Chiefs, back in the Super Bowl again. I know y'all getting tired of these guys, but hey man, Patrick Mahomes been carrying the team by himself when everybody else is down. You don't have nobody but Travis Kelce. You have no outside receivers really like that. Now you're gonna have outside receivers, a good slot receiver. If everybody stay healthy, you got a great running back, bro. Hey, you gonna have to stop Patrick Mahomes again. You know what he's about, what he stands for. So that's why I think those teams will be back in it. Definitely, I think those 5 teams right there, formidable teams: Baltimore, Kansas City, Buffalo, the Broncos, and the Patriots. Um, uh, but yeah, let me speak on the Denver Broncos for a little bit. They got a pretty solid team as well. I love their defense. Um, They have a great defense. You know what I'm saying? A great defense. Um, I feel like the quarterback, man, you know, Bo Nixon, man, he gotta step it up, man. He was making indecisive passes and stuff like that. Just, I don't know, reading the defense wrong or something like that, man. He gotta check down sometimes and stuff like that, bro. Look for the tight end more. Look for the running back more, because um, Aaron Rodgers, what? Hello, excellent. I can't believe his wife made him come back to the Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers, quarterback. What do you think? Aaron Rodgers go back. Packers? No, he didn't. Not that I know of. But man, if he did, I don't think they would. I don't think that he going back to that. Yeah, I don't think he going back there, bro. He still should be on Pittsburgh. He still should be on Pittsburgh. But with that being said, I want to speak on Denver Broncos a little bit. Like I said, those guys, uh, those guys look like they're gonna be pretty good. But Bo Nixon has to step up his game a lot, bro. You know what I'm saying? With the indecisive passes and not being consistent with having receivers open and not reading the right reading the right transgression across the field, making sure, okay, man, boom, oh, he not open. I'm just going through there and making sure, oh, that's the right player to throw it to at the right time. You got Jalen Waddle over there now. That was a good pickup for the Denver Broncos. Now you got somebody to take the top of the defenses off. You know, one strike down the field and it could be a touchdown, man. He's a big playmaker. You still got Corey Sutherland over there. Jonathan Cooper is a good linebacker they have. They got Jarrett Statham now as backup quarterback over there. They got some good running backs with R.J. Harvey. That's a good running back over there they got. And let's not forget about Patrick Surtain the second. Man, he's a shutdown cornerback. So they got some formidable players over there, bro. They got a pretty good defense for sure. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and Nick Bonito. Let's not forget Nick Bonito. Killer, man. I love that guy. He's a monster. Um, he's a defense. He's a game record, bro. He's a person that you definitely have to game for. But like I said, man, they definitely have some great pieces over there. So I definitely, like I said, seeing the Denver Broncos as a pretty good defensive team, pretty good team overall. They definitely one of the teams I think that might go deep in the playoffs again. Uh, but also I have 5 teams in the NFC that I think that might go deep into the playoffs. Uh, I'm already talking about the Rams. I already talked about the Rams, so I definitely think the Rams uh, is going to be a team that go deep into the playoffs. Um, I also definitely think Green Bay is going to be another team that go deep into the playoffs. The Lions, Seattle might be a good team, depending on how they quarterback Sam Darnold do. Um, But yeah, Seattle, I think they're gonna be pretty good if Sam Darnold don't, if they don't have Sam Darnold back there throwing the ball 60% of the time, 70% of the times, they have a chance. But man, now you like I said, you took away your bread and butter with Walker and let him go to Kansas City. So that might be a big blow right there to their offense. But their defense is definitely gonna have to step up a whole bunch. They can do it. They was pretty good. Hey man, they blew my mind last year. I didn't think Seattle was gonna be. I don't think nobody thought Seattle was gonna be going to win the Super Bowl last year. I don't think nobody could say, man, yeah, I thought Sam Darnold was going to be that guy. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Nobody believed in Sam Darnold. The team within itself, they believed in him. Probably, yeah, they signed him. So, but besides that, Seattle Seahawks, man, they gonna have to step it up on their offense because you got rid of your bread and butter, but you still got Cooper Cup over there as a go-to wide receiver over there. We still got Jackson Smith over there. That dude was, man, unbelievable last year, bro. He was so consistent. I couldn't believe, like, bro, dang, every time I look up, you had a 100-yard game, 12 catches and stuff like that. I'm like, dang, they cannot stop this guy. No defense could game plan for him. No, every time he was 1-on-1, bro, you're not stopping him. He was catching balls on everybody. Nobody could stop Jackson Jackson Smith, man. Jackson Smith. But like I said, I still think Sam Darnold could blow their chances going back to the Super Bowl, but I have to throw the. You can't depend on Sam Darnold to be consistent. Not like that. Throwing the ball, you know, 60% of the times, 50% of the times, well, not even 50%. I'm gonna say 60% or more. If you got him throwing the ball 60% of the time or more, he's more of the offense than he needs to be. Then yeah, I don't think Seattle will be back in the no, he hasn't yet. He has not came back. I'm just saying if he does, that's what the subject is. Like if he does come back out of retirement, um, they have not officially. He hasn't officially said he's coming back out of retirement, but they are keeping an eye on that and seeing if he is gonna do that. And if he does, we already know what he stands for with Myles Garrett. So you have him and Myles Garrett together, bro. It's gonna be pretty much unstoppable. Like I said, my only concern would be is Matthew Stafford. Is he's going to be consistent, man? Because you have a great run game, you got great defensive players, you have Puka, you have Adams, bro. The sky's the limit, and only person can stop them is their quarterback Matthew Stafford, bro, being indecisive. So if he could be consistent and sling that rock and make the right decisions, of course, man, I think the Rams gonna, win the Super Bowl. But yeah, that's what I think about the Rams, bro. But right now I'm talking about Seattle. I think Seattle not going back, bro. I don't think Seattle is going back to the Super Bowl just because you got rid of your running back, bro. Like, why would you get rid of him? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the Browns definitely shouldn't have let Myles Garrett go. But that's what type of things the Browns are known for, bro. They start building they start looking formidable, and they had start building a great defense, bro. And then they start letting all their good players go. Like, or they don't, once they get a good defense, they don't add to it or anything like that. Or their offense hasn't been good in a while, bro. So it's like, yeah, the Browns, man, I don't know. It's just a team that probably that it's gonna take a while for them to ever win a championship, bro. But they shouldn't let. They definitely should have let Myles Garrett go. That was crazy within itself. But hey, that's that's them. You know what I'm saying? That's the things that they do. I got a couple of dark horses as well, as far as teams that nobody might have on it. Well, I'm not gonna say nobody has them on their radar. People are definitely gonna have these teams on their radar. Damn, bro. Hey, man. I'm sorry, man. Been a Browns fan since the '80s. Wow. Hey, a lot of heartbreak. A lot of heartbreak. I know it. Cause that's all they do. They had a couple good seasons. Don't get me wrong. They had a couple good seasons here and there, bro. But it's just they just not consistent, bro. That's the Browns' problem. They can't be consistent. They might have one winning season, then it may take 2 or 3, 4 years for them to come back and win another. Have another winning season. But yeah, they need to come on, man. But yeah, I if Seahawks go back deep into the playoffs, it will be because they have people like DeMarcus Lawrence, Derek Hall, a linebacker, and stuff like that, bro. So Brian Murphy, what I'm saying, the defensive tackle, Ernest Jones, linebacker. So with those type of players, man, like, bro, they had some pretty good a great defense. I ain't gonna say pretty good. They had a great defense. If they could, that defense plays like they did last year, hey, yeah, I think they can go, deep into the playoffs again. But like I say, man, Sam Donald definitely got to take care of that ball. I don't know anything too much about Jordan Price. Um, I don't know too much about him. Um, I just know that's the running back that they have. Yeah, man, for sure, for sure. Yeah, they had some. They done had some players over there for sure. Um, Also, I want to talk about some of the dark horses over there, bro. That Seattle. I'm not Seattle. Some of the dark horses in the NFL. One of my dark horses is Chicago. The Chicago Bears. Yeah, I think the Chicago Bears. They surprised a lot of people last year. A lot of people, I didn't see it coming. Yeah, they look decent, but we all know what Chicago Bears history is basically came down to. That they really ain't. They really never had a quarterback that. Well, all the quarterbacks that they have never been. Cause I'm not gonna say consistent, but they known for like killing quarterbacks, bro. Like their history is about defense and special teams and running in the run game. Seattle, I mean not Seattle, or Chicago has never really like helped their quarterbacks. If that is a great, if that's the way to put it. But like I say, I think Chicago is going to be one of the teams that might be under the radar, even though they did excellent last year. They surprised a lot of teams. Quarterback play was great, but still, I think the Chicago Bears still might be under the radar. I don't think a lot of people might still have them like, okay, man, that team might be one of the teams to beat in the NFC. Um, Caleb Williams played pretty good, played pretty solid. He didn't, get shaken or rattled in the pocket last year as much. Didn't make a lot of bad decisions. He stayed. His offensive line protected him pretty good. You got all those great players over there. You know what I'm saying, with Roma Tuesday, played great last year as well. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, yeah, I definitely think Chicago Bears definitely is gonna be one of the teams that people might not have on their radar, but they definitely might be one of the teams that come out the NFC and do their thing. Cause just with DeAndre Swift, like I said, remember Doomsday, they got some great players over there, man. So we'll see. Tight end play was pretty good too, man. They got some good tight ends over there. So we're gonna see what they do. Also, another team that I think that's gonna be pretty another dark horse that people that they might be sleeping on and not have it on their radar is the Houston Texans. They fan base, yeah, but we talking about outside of their fan base. We talking about, okay, the rest of the NFL might be sleeping on the Texans. Like, man, I don't think they're gonna do anything this year. So, man, hey, if you're on here voting, please give me a thumbs up. You know what I'm saying? Not just vote, give me a thumbs up. I sure appreciate that as well, bro. But yeah, I think the Houston Texans, I think they're going to be pretty good this year. I think a lot of teams might sleep on them, not give them a chance. The only thing I don't like is that if they can stay healthy. If they can stay healthy, then okay, they might have a shot. I was watching the Cam Newton podcast, and they were sleeping on my boy CJ a little bit, bro. Listen, bro. There's no quarterback in the NFL can throw the ball to themselves. So with that being said, man, y'all can't expect CJ to have a great game and with a terrible offensive line, and all my starting receivers are hurt. Tank Dell hurt. My tight end hurt. My other receiver and Collins hurt, bro. Like, come on, bro. Nico Collins was hurt. Tank Dell was hurt. Like, who else do you want me to throw it to? I don't have nobody to throw it to. My tight end, he played for a little bit and he ended up getting hurt. And so Dalton Schultz, like, so it's like Schultz. So like, who do you expect me to throw it to when everybody's, hurt? You know what I'm saying? Like, all my receivers hurt, running back, he hurt, no offensive line. To me, he played good. He played good, and didn't have nothing. He's supposed to. Hey, he would have won that game. With a horrible offensive line, with a horrible no receivers out there, with a bunch of rookie receivers. Y'all would have been saying, damn, CJ pulled that off with some rookie receivers, no tight end, no run game. Come on, bro. What do y'all expect that man to do? You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, now you got David Montgomery from the Detroit Lions over there. Hey, man, we'll see what he do. So you got, like I said, you got David Montgomery, you got Tank Dell coming back, you got Nico Collins coming back, you got that great defense. One thing I want to say about the Houston defense, and a lot of defenses around the NFL, a lot of defenses are overrated, bro. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of these defenses, they're not shut down. You know what I'm saying? I want to see some shutdown defenses, bro. That's what I want to see, because a lot of people want to say, oh, my defense is great. Yeah, it is great. But is it, you know what I'm saying? Is it over the top great? Like the Ray Lewis defenses, him and Ed Reed, the Baltimore defenses, Brian Urlacher defenses, like with him and Pat Tillman. So it's like a lot of people try to act like the Houston Texans, Denver Broncos, Baltimore Ravens, like their defenses are like are like those Brian Urlacher Chicago defenses, like those Ray Lewis defenses. A lot of these defenses up today are not like those defenses, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand. Chicago didn't even have a good offense. It was just Brian Urlacher and Pat Tillman and a lot of other guys that was on that defense that was making things happen. Chicago didn't have no great offense. They had a good running back. They had a good special teams player and Devin Hessler, but that was it, bro. They didn't have a great offense like that. So like I've said, bro, a lot of these teams saying, "Oh man, I got a great defense." Okay, show me a great defense. Shut some teams down, bro. Where the offense ain't got to come out on the field and make a lot of plays because you would have scored 2 or 3 times already, and the other team's offense hasn't done anything because you are shut down defense, bro. And a lot of teams are not like that, bro. They claim to be like that. They got the star power, yeah. We know the names and stuff like that. Just like the Texans, bro. We know the names that they have over there. They got a lot of good players, and Will Anderson and and Daniel Hunter, Will Anderson, and Daniel Hunter, bro. 2 shutdown defensive ends, bro. But come on, like y'all not shutting the whole offense down. Y'all not keeping the quarterback from not passing the ball consistently. So like, bro, you know what I'm saying? You got Darius Stingley back there, bro. Like, come on, man. Like y'all have some great players on that defense, but I don't see like, okay, man, my team defense is just shutting everything down, and I don't have to worry about nothing, man. And don't forget, Jalen Petrie. That's another good player on the defense. With all those stars on that defense, you would think they would be doing better. So, hey, I want to see some shutdown defenses, man. I want to see the Broncos defense step their game up as well. You know what I'm saying? They got too much star power over there, bro. So I want to see a couple teams with those good defenses to step their game up, bro. Like, step your game up, man. A whole lot, bro. Step your game up because a lot of people say they defenses are good, but hey, man, if the quarterback out there is throwing 215 yards, 230 yards, you didn't play enough good defense to me. Because the teams I'm talking about with the Ray Lewis and all that, bro, they defenses was, man, you wasn't doing all that. You was not doing all that. So, like I said, bro, and so this is what MGM Vegas has. The teams, they think that that might win the Super Bowl. That has the best chance to win the Super Bowl. They got the Los Angeles Rams. Like I said, if Aaron Donald come back, it's a no-brainer, bro. That the Los Angeles Rams should be the team to beat, should be the favorite, should be on everybody on everybody's calendar. Another team I want to talk about, bro, it's good, bro. I don't know what they're missing, what's going on, why they've been making the playoffs off and on now. I don't know if they made the playoffs. I can't remember, but they made the playoffs last year. I know the year before they made the playoffs. I think they did make the playoffs last year. I want to talk about the Los Angeles Chargers, bro. Chargers got a good team, got a good defense, got a good quarterback, got a good coach. I don't know what they missing, bro. Like I don't know what the Los Angeles Chargers what they're missing because they got a good team and like why haven't they took that leap over, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all have a good team. Los Angeles Chargers, I think that's another good team. I don't see Philadelphia Eagles. They might go to the playoffs, but I don't see them winning no Super Bowl just because you have to depend on Jalen Hurts. I don't think Jalen Hurts is that guy. He's good, but I don't think he's that guy. And we already seen that the NFL had figured out the Saquon Barkley situation. So with that being said, I don't see Philly going back to the Super Bowl no time soon. You just got rid of one of your best playmakers. I told all Philly fans last year that, hey man, hey y'all was gonna, hey, that Brown was leaving, bro. that the Brown was leaving. So now Brown is left. He's over there with the Patriots. Hey, I don't think like I said, I don't think Philly is gonna be a I don't think Philadelphia Eagles. I don't think they're gonna go back to the playoffs. Well, I don't think they might make the playoffs, but they not gonna go deep into the playoffs. They might be a first round exit. The Philadelphia Eagles. Um, Dallas Cowboys, man. Let's talk about them. We know what they stand for. Supposed to be America's team and all that, bro. But let's be real, bro. All the star power that they been having, like, come on, man. They have not put all that together. They had a decent year last year, but it wasn't good enough for them to go to the playoffs. So Cowboys, I don't see them. I don't know who coming out the NFC uh division with the Cowboys and Cowboys and Eagles. I don't see Washington. Washington gonna be another good team. That division right there within itself gonna be pretty good with Washington, Dallas, and Philly. Giants. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be a fight right there within their own little division. But I don't see none of them just really winning the Super Bowl. Another good division is gonna be with Chicago and Green Bay, bro. Both of them in the same division. That's gonna be a great division right there with them two, like it always has been. But like I said, bro, overall, it might be LA Rams versus Kansas City Chiefs. If not, two other teams, Denver, maybe, and Seattle, they can go back, bro, if Sam Darnold plays good. That's the only way that he has to be lights out, bro, because he's going to be the guy that everybody's depending on. It's not going to be you can hand the ball off to Walker because he's gone. So with that being said, I definitely think they could go back if Sam Darnold plays great. But overall, bro, I do not see Seattle going back if Sam Darnold doesn't play great. Atlanta, garbage, bro. Great, a good running back, good, playmakers, in London, and Robinson. But that's about it, bro. I don't see them making any great noise this year. Another team, Indiana, man. I mean, Indianapolis Colts. They probably gonna be pretty decent. Tampa Bay Buccaneers probably gonna be pretty decent. But I don't see any, like, oh man, they shocked us. So I don't see that happening with none of those teams. The team that might move up that nobody really has, and I didn't say anything about them, is the Las Vegas Raiders, bro. Las Vegas Raiders. They might be a team that shocks everybody. I seen some people saying that, oh man, that the quarterback, he a rookie. Hey man, it's been some rookies that come in there and do their thing. So I definitely think that the Raiders might be a team that what's going on. The Raiders might be a team that nobody really see coming, and they might move up in the NFL this year and do real good, bro. With Fernando Mendoza, he might be one of those rookies that come in the NFL and does his thing, bro. And don't forget, you got Kirk Cousins as the backup over there. So if Mendoza doesn't do his job or don't, show up this year, or if they do put him out, depending on what they decide to do, I definitely think the Raiders might be a team that surprises everybody this year. Ashton Genty might be stepping into his own this year. You got Brock Bowers over there, so they definitely Malik Benson. So they have some. They definitely have some good receivers and things and stuff on that offense. So I definitely think the Raiders might be a team that that might shock a lot of people. David, bro, what you mean? Why are you calling people idiots and stuff like that? Let's take it there. what team do you think that's good? Did I say anything about the Philadelphia Eagles? Because I know a lot of Eagles fans, they get in their feelings real fast and start talking crazy. David, if you're there, but what team do you think is gonna be that might surprise everybody? Because like I said, bro, the Eagles, they're not gonna be the team that you think they are gonna be. If you're talking about the Eagles, um, what's another team that I'm looking at? Minnesota. Man, I don't know. I don't know. Minnesota, Minnesota Vikings. They got a quarterback issue. Um, we don't know who gonna be they starting quarterback. Um, I feel like that's one of their problems. If they had the quarterback if they had the quarterback issued handled, then I would say okay, yeah, man. That the Minnesota Vikings might be a good team this year, but I think they should trade. He might not like this, but I think people might not like this. I think it's time for them to trade Justin Jefferson. I think, bro, yeah, they're wasting Justin Jefferson career. You're not gonna get a ring over there because the quarterback play. They don't put the right pieces around him. Even though they have um, a couple good players, a couple good players as far as the other receivers and stuff like that. But bro, like, come on, man. I need somebody better than Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones is a pretty good running back, but man, they need somebody else besides him. Um, and like I said, the quarterback play is inconsistent, bro. We got JJ McCarthy, and Kyler Murray. That whole situation right there, bro. Like I said, man, I feel like they should trade Justin Jefferson. They wasting that man career over there in Minnesota. You haven't got a quarterback that you could depend on over there. And then the quarterback they thought they could depend on, they got rid of him. And Sam Darnold, and he in Seattle now. He won a Super Bowl. That's crazy. So, hey, man, nobody seen that coming, though. Nobody seen that coming. But still, bro, they need to find a quarterback over there in Minnesota to sign for a long-term deal, bro. And if they can't do that, bro, within the next 2 years, I feel like they should get rid of Justin Jefferson. Go and trade him for a couple first round picks, second round picks, or whatever. Add a player in the mix, man. Somebody go get Justin Jefferson, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's some teams out there definitely could use him, bro. Definitely could use him. Imagine Justin Jefferson going to Buffalo, bro, with Josh Allen. Justin Jefferson and Josh Allen. It would be Randy Moss and Tom Brady all over again. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the type of team that Justin Jefferson belongs on. Somebody like the Buffalo Bills with a great quarterback, because it seems like Minnesota Vikings are not going to get the quarterback situation under control. So with that being said, like I said, bro, they wasting Justin Jefferson career. So best thing for Justin Jefferson to do is to try to get traded. You know what I'm saying? Because it seems like they never going to get this quarterback situation under control. But I would love to see that happen. Justin Jefferson goes to the Buffalo Bills or something like that. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. That's all they missing over there. Somebody like that, a number one receiver. You know what I'm saying? Got a great running back, great quarterback, a good tight end, a couple good tight ends. Add Justin Jefferson to the mix, bro. It's over with. That probably be one of his greatest years him playing, because bro, Kyler Murray don't believe in him. JJ McCarthy don't believe in him. Then you got Carson Wentz is the third backup. Man, what are they doing over there in Minnesota, bro? Like, it's crazy. I don't believe in them at all. None of the quarterbacks they have on the roster right now is gonna do anything with those guys, man. And you know, Jordan Addison, bro, is another good receiver they got over there. That's another player that need to get off from over in Minnesota, man. I don't understand what Minnesota got going on at all, but you got good receivers all over the field. You know what I'm saying? And so definitely need to let something else happen, bro. Definitely need to let something else happen. And David, if you still on here, you said idiot, or you calling me idiot because I was talking about Philadelphia Eagles. They're not going to. If you think they're going to the playoffs, they might. And if they do, they're going to be a first round exit, bro. Philadelphia Eagles are going to be the first round exit. They're not going deep in the playoffs. Everybody has figured out how to play good defense against Shaquan Barkley, bro. You know what I'm saying? And now you have Devontae Smith as a number one option. That is not going to be good at all, bro, for the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? And also, Jalen Hurts is inconsistent. So, like, bro, what are you talking about? The Eagles are not going deep in the playoffs. They might make it to the first round, but besides that, they're not going to go to the Super Bowl. That is not happening. You know what I'm saying? They lost a lot of people on the defense the year prior to last year. So, with that being said, like I said, bro, the Eagles are not going deep in the playoffs. That's not happening. They figured out Shaquan Barkley. Just Jalen Hurts is not consistent. They made Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith is going to be a number one option. That is not good. They're going to shut his ass down. You know, it might be a couple teams out there that, you know, he might have a couple good games against, but he's not gonna be consistently putting up great yards like that. Devontae Smith, he's a good receiver, don't get me wrong, but I just feel like the NFL, they're good enough to shut him down. Like the cornerbacks are good enough, physical enough to shut him down. I don't see the Eagles going to no Super Bowl, bro. Make it why? Because y'all made Devontae Smith a number one option now. So the defense is not like that. I kept telling everybody last year. They kept saying, "Man, the Eagles gonna win the Super Bowl back to back." No, you're not. You're not gonna. They're not. They're not. They was not gonna win the Super Bowl back to back. I kept telling everybody. I said, "Y'all back end is weak. Your back end is weak, bro." And when I say back end, your secondary was getting torched by a lot of people. And I'm gonna tell you the team who exposed y'all, bro. The team that exposed the Eagles last year was the Dallas Cowboys, man. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all let the Dallas Cowboys expose y'all. I think Dak Prescott had like almost 200 or 300 yards on the Eagles. That shows you, bro. That's outrageous to have like 300 some yards on the Eagles, and they're supposed to be a great defense, bro. That means your secondary is garbage, and that means your pass rush is not getting there. They're not getting to the quarterback. That because guess what? Your secondary is not holding up back there, bro, and they're getting torched. Your safety was garbage, overrated. You know what I'm saying? The cornerbacks wasn't doing their job, and then y'all lost a lot of people on your defense altogether, cornerbacks and safeties and stuff. So it's like you lost C.J. Gardner. I forgot the other cornerback that y'all lost over there, bro. But like I said, bro, the Eagles not going back to. It's not gonna be good at all. Not to the level where you think they're gonna be past the first round, bro. They're gonna be a first round exit if the Eagles make it to the playoffs. Also, the other team, bro, that I want to talk about is New Orleans Saints, bro. What is the Saints doing? Man, what the heck, bro? Like, why haven't y'all did anything all season and in the off season, and y'all really haven't done nothing in free agency either. So like that's another team that I don't know, bro. Got a great player and a running back. That's another running back they need to move around, go to another team somewhere, and that will make a difference. I don't see Pittsburgh doing anything as well this year. They probably be a pretty decent team, a formidable team, but I don't see them going to the playoffs at all, really. If they do, they're probably going to be a first round exit as well. Tampa Bay, they're not gonna be as good. They probably be pretty decent. They got some players over there. It depends on Baker Mayfield. That's what I'm saying. It depends on Baker Mayfield. Tampa Bay could be a team that they shocks a lot of people because they have a lot of great players over there. Atlanta, bro, y'all have a lot of weapons, and can't do nothing with them. So I don't know. I think they missing a coach over there, a big name coach. That's why I think if Atlanta Falcons could get a big name coach over there, I feel like they could do something. But until then, y'all got all these good playmakers, receivers and tight end. Got a good receiver, got some good tight ends, got a good running back. But guess what? You have no coach over there in Atlanta. If they could get a big name coach, if they the one should have got John Harbaugh. Imagine John Harbaugh be over there with London and fucking Robinson and the tight end they got, bro. Come on, man. And the run game, running back out the backfield and all that stuff, bro. Come on, John Harbaugh with that offense, bro. I feel like they would have. That should have been the team that John Harbaugh should have went to. He should have went to Atlanta, bro. Like, and became the head coach over there. That would have been that would be tough to see over there, bro, because they have a great team, just not a good coach, not a coach that everybody could say, okay, boom, we got a coach that's gonna, help us make the right plays and demands perfection. Atlanta don't have that. Cleveland, they're gonna be the same. I spoke on them. Washington. Let's see what Washington does. Washington got a lot of great players on their offense. They have some dogs on their defense. Don't get me wrong. So Washington Redskins. I mean not Washington Redskins. My bad. Washington Commanders. The Washington Commanders. Man, I definitely love Jaden Daniels. I think he's a great playmaker for a quarterback. I think he makes a lot of great reads. Only problem with Jaden Daniels is he has to stay healthy. If Jaden Daniels can stay healthy, that offensive line can help Jaden Daniels. You definitely can. They definitely can make some noise over there, man. I definitely could see the Washington Commanders sneaking into the playoffs and might be one of those underrated teams that nobody, or one of my dark horses as well, that nobody's expecting to make some noise this year. They could definitely make some noise this year. Washington Commanders definitely could be one of those teams that could sneak into the playoffs and nobody expected them to make some noise. But Washington Commanders, I want to see if they can keep Jalen Daniels healthy this year. If they can keep Jalen Daniels healthy, they definitely could sneak into the playoffs. They got a good team. They got some good running backs. Scary Terry, we ain't got to worry about him in no contract situation this year. So it should be strictly football for the most part for the Washington Commanders over there. So I definitely think the Washington Commanders could sneak into the playoffs and be one of those teams that could definitely surprise everybody. That's the word I'm looking for. Surprise everybody. Long as Jalen Daniels stays healthy, bro. Because they don't have a good backup quarterback in Marcus Mariota. Unless they put Sam Harden in and let him take over as a rookie. But besides that, bro, they really don't have a backup quarterback if Jalen Daniels go down. So I definitely want to see what the Washington Commanders do this year. I think they could be one of those teams that could sneak in there, and nobody expect for them to sneak into the playoffs. But it's all on Jalen Daniels staying healthy. Who's another team that I see that could be? I don't know, man. Oh, man, yeah. I forgot about Jacksonville, bro. Jacksonville Jaguars. Jacksonville Jaguars could be one of those teams. Like I was just saying with Washington Commanders, the Washington Commanders. I think Jacksonville could be one of those teams. We don't have to really worry about Trevor Lawrence health. For the most part, he's been healthy. Besides that one concussion he had, he's been healthy for the most part. I definitely think Trevor Lawrence, Travis Hunter coming back. I think Jaguars could be one of those good teams, bro. Definitely could be one of those good teams. You know what I'm saying? With Travis Hunter and Travis Hunter and with the running back Travis Etienne back there. I feel like they definitely gonna be pretty solid this year. What's the quarterback? I mean, not quarterback. Receiver they had over there that played pretty good last year. Kind of not thinking his name. But they definitely have a formidable team. Was that Jacoby Myers? Yeah, I think it was Jacoby Myers over there. Oh yeah, Brian Thomas Jr. was pretty good too last year. So they have a couple, like 3 or 4 good receivers over there. A pretty good defense. You know what I'm saying? A pretty good offensive line. So definitely the Jaguars could be one of those teams. If they could all put it together, put everything together, offensive, defensively, Jaguars could be one of those teams that could surprise everybody this year. I don't understand why. I don't understand why that Vegas has San Francisco so high, man. San Francisco hasn't done anything, bro. Like they have a good, pretty good quarterback, but he's been hurt for the most part off and on. So I don't understand why Vegas has San Francisco so high. Y'all can probably speak on that because I don't understand why Vegas has San Francisco 49ers so high. We know who they got, Christian McCaffrey, Kittle's at the tight end position, quarterback, and what was quarterback his name over there? But anyways, damn quarterback hasn't stayed healthy anyways over there in San Francisco. So he gotta be healthy, bro. Yeah, Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy has to stay healthy, bro. If Brock Purdy stays healthy, we'll see what San Francisco does. Oh yeah, I forgot that they had got Mike Evans. That's a big time playmaker right there. Even though he's up there in age, but bro can play. He can ball out still. He's still getting 1,000 yards a year. We'll see what Brock Purdy, Mike Evans, Christian McCaffrey, Debo Sanders came back. We'll see what they do, bro. My problem is with San Francisco is they defense, bro. I've never seen. Oh yeah, and they got Christian Kirk over there as another receiver, so they pretty solid on that offensive line. I mean, on that offense altogether. What the problem is with San Francisco is this, bro. They have the pieces on offense and defense. They have the star power on offense and defense. We all know the names. We got great, Drake Greenlaw. We got Trent Williams. We have Nick Bosa, Fred Warner. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Mike Evans, Christian McCaffrey, Debo Samuels, Brock Purdy. We know the names over there. The problem with San Francisco is this. The defense was depleted. Offense was depleted, bro. They offense and defense. Their whole team was hurt. So it's like that, man. If they defense and offense could stay healthy, that's the main problem with San Francisco. It's not the coaching calls or nothing like that. We're not questioning the coach over there. We know what he stands for. We know what lineage he came from. We know what his dad stood for. So we just need to see San Francisco more healthy on both sides of the ball, on defense, on offense. That's the only problem I would say with San Francisco. Yeah, so them having them up there, okay, I do kind of understand that, but it's just like, bro, they got to stay healthy. San Francisco can't stay healthy, then hey, what are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? So, uh, what's another team? Let me see another team. I don't, and that's the team. Okay, see, Cincinnati, bro. What the hell? Why do they have Cincinnati up there at a 10.5? Why do Vegas think Cincinnati, the Cincinnati Bengals, are going to be a formidable team? They not, bro. Cincinnati is going to be a mediocre team. They have Chase. Yeah, we know they have Chase, monster receiver. We know that. We know Joe Burrow, another one of those quarterbacks that's been hurt a lot, bro. So it's like, yeah, you have a great quarterback and all that, bro. And you have two great receivers over there. You know what I'm saying? And a good tight end as well. And a pretty decent running back. But besides that, Joe Burrow has not stayed healthy for the most of his career. He hasn't stayed healthy. The year he did stay healthy, they went to the Super Bowl. But besides that, bro, and he's a great quarterback. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna take anything from Joe Burrow. But besides that, bro, we know Joe Burrow has faced a lot of injuries. He's been off the field. So it's like, can Joe finally stay healthy, bro? That's the big question over there. That's the big question mark over there in Cincinnati, bro. So I don't understand why Vegas has Cincinnati so high. Like, why do y'all think Cincinnati they got them as a better team than fucking Green Bay? And Green Bay is gonna be a great team. They got all the receivers over there, great defense, a great quarterback, a great running back, bro. How the hell do Vegas have Cincinnati over the Green Bay Packers? I'm taking Green Bay Packers over Cincinnati any day, bro. They have a great defense, a great offense, a great running back, great quarterback, great receivers. Like, come on, bro. A shutdown cornerback, bro. Like, how do Vegas have Cincinnati over the Green Bay Packers? I do not understand that. It does not make any type of sense at all, man. It does not make any sense to have Cincinnati over the Green Bay Packers, bro. And Green Bay went deeper in the playoffs last year than Cincinnati. So I don't understand how Vegas has Green Bay has Cincinnati over the Green Bay Packers. It doesn't make sense. They don't have a better team than Green Bay, offensively or defensively. If you look at the rosters, compare the seasons, compare the records and stuff, bro. The eye test to any of that you will see that Green Bay has a great team compared to the Cincinnati Bengals. Why do Vegas has? It doesn't make sense to me. That they have them guys over. They have those guys over the Green Bay Packers. They have those guys. Matter of fact, they have Cincinnati over. They have Cincinnati over the Green Bay Packers. They have Cincinnati over New England, Jacksonville. They have them over Houston. I don't understand what Vegas. I'm just now seeing that, bro. That Vegas has Cincinnati over a lot of good teams, bro. That I think are better teams than Cincinnati. And I'm not a hater. Jamar Chase, I feel like he's one of the top receivers. Out of him and Justin Jefferson, 1 and 2, you could say. Somebody else could throw a couple other receivers in there, but Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase probably are 1 and 2. 1 and 2 for sure. It's a couple other receivers that you could debate and say, man, no, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, man, he's giving them a run for their money. Matter of fact, I know another receiver that's giving both of them a run for their money. But I'm not gonna speak about that. But like I said, bro, I don't understand why Cincinnati is a better. They have them as a better team than Green Bay, Houston, Dallas, Jacksonville, New England. Come on, bro, they're not better than a lot of those teams. So. And they have them better than the Denver Broncos. Cincinnati is not better than the Denver Broncos. That's crazy, bro. Like, I don't understand what they see, what they pick up, somebody that I don't know about. But no, Cincinnati is not nowhere near that good or going to be that good unless Joe Burrow have an MVP type season and the defense steps up a whole lot. And I don't see Joe Burrow could have an MVP type season any season. I'm not gonna take nothing from Joe Burrow, but Are you gonna have a shootout every game with Joe Burrow? You gonna have a shootout because that's the only thing I can see. Because they defense, you don't have no shutdown cornerbacks on the back end or no safety that you know that's gonna shut some down. Cincinnati doesn't have that. They have one good defensive end. They almost let him go. So it's like, bro, what do y'all see Cincinnati like being that high ranked? And also, Cincinnati is not. They like I say, they'll have a lot of shootouts. In the NFL with most teams because they defense is not like that, bro. They don't have a good secondary, so it's going to be a lot of shootouts. So I don't understand why that Vegas has them over the Denver Broncos, over Chicago Bears, over Tampa Bay, over Green Bay, over Houston, over the LA Chargers, over the Dallas Cowboys, over New England, over Jacksonville. Come on, bro. Like, it doesn't make sense at all that that Vegas has Cincinnati up there like that. And all the teams I just named, bro, most likely they'll have a shootout. Or, Houston or Green Bay are going to shut their offense down, bro. They have the defense. Houston has the defense. Green Bay has a good defense to shut these teams down. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't understand, like, to shut Seattle down. I mean, not Seattle, Cincinnati down. You know what I'm saying? And Joe Burrow needs to stay healthy. So that's another thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that's for the most part all I can say on that, with them having those having that team ranked that high ahead of a lot of those people, man. Hey, man, we got 5 people in there. Please, the 5th person, whoever it is, put a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. I need that. We gonna continue talking football. And another topic I would like to discuss: do y'all think Aaron Donald is a top 5 defensive end of all time? Because you have a lot of great defensive ends throughout the years in the NFL. Do y'all think Aaron Donald is a top 5 defensive end of all time? Do y'all think that? Do y'all think Aaron Donald is a top defensive end of all time? Top 5. Top 5. Because, you had players like this guy, Von Miller. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's over Von Miller. I think Von Miller is a better defensive end than Aaron Donald. I don't even think, me personally, I don't think Aaron Donald is a top 5 or top 10. Even maybe not even top 15. I don't think, matter of fact, I don't even think Aaron Donald's a top 15 defensive end of all time. I don't even think he's a top 15. You know what I'm saying? You have players like Von Miller, like I said. I think he, that's one of the guys that's over him. Michael Strahan, you can't forget him. Lawrence Taylor, J.J. Watt, Bruce Smith, Warren Sapp. You had a lot of players. You have a lot of players. I don't think, me personally, I don't think Aaron Donald is a top 15 or top 10 defensive end of all time, bro. I don't think that he is. So, man, with that being said, bro, we almost out of here today. We didn't get a lot of people in like yesterday. Yesterday was crazy. We might do another basketball episode. Everybody seemed to like basketball. The basketball community showed up, showed out. We had a lot of basketball people come in and show out. Matter of fact, I did have one thing I seen on somebody else page. They was talking about basketball, talking about something. I forgot exactly what was the topic. Let me go to it real quick and see real quick. This is what I want to talk about right here. This is what I want to talk about real quick. Somebody put on their channel, this guy right here, Mike, he put it on his channel, and they had a lot of people vote and say LeBron, prime LeBron. They said prime. They had prime LeBron, prime Harden, prime Joker, prime Russell Westbrook. They said let's get this straight, bro. This is garbage. This is garbage, bro. Why would y'all say prime LeBron could carry a worse roster than prime Jokic? LeBron had more players, more great players than Jokic, and Russell Westbrook and James Harden. So why would people say, first of all, they don't know ball? Let's get that clear. They don't know ball. You saying that LeBron James could carry a more garbage team than Jokic. I definitely think he could carry a better team. I mean, carry a worse team than James Harden and Russell Westbrook, for sure. He's a better player than Russell Westbrook. He's a better player than James Harden, no doubt. But let's go LeBron James versus Jokic. Me personally, I think Jokic has carried a worse his whole career. Jokic has not carried a team, none of the names that LeBron James has played with, bro. Come on, man. LeBron James has played with probably maybe 15 to 20, damn near 15 to 20 Hall of Famers. If we go down the list, LeBron James probably played with 15 Hall of Famers, bro. So why would people say LeBron James could carry a worse team than Jokic? Jokic has carried a worse team his whole career than LeBron James. LeBron James ain't never carried a sorry team. Only time he ever had a team that was bad was at the beginning of his career. His first couple years, first 3 or 4 years in Cleveland. That's it. And those teams weren't just super sorry. You had some players over there. Don't get me wrong, bro. You had some players over there in those first couple years in Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? People don't act like that LeBron just have carried a lot of bums. He hasn't, bro. Let's talk about it. Jokic, only person he ever had so far is Jamal Murray. That's it. He hasn't had those big name players over there with him like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? He has a bunch of role players, a couple of players that they're brought to the team. But besides that, bro, Jokic has never had the players that LeBron has. Jokic for sure has carried a worse roster than LeBron his whole career. LeBron has never had to carry any washed or garbage players, bro. Jokic has carried teams. His whole career, that's what Jokic has been doing over there in Denver. Has carried a worse team than LeBron. So for people to say, man, yeah, LeBron has carried a worse team than Jokic, you do not know ball. People need to stop voting, bro, on stuff like that. If you say LeBron's carried a worse team than Jokic, then you don't know ball. You just drive there pushing the yes and just picking stuff. Because LeBron has never carried a garbage team. He's never been on a sorry team. All his team has been stacked. Every team LeBron has ever been on has been stacked, bro. So for people to say, oh, yeah, man, yeah, LeBron has carried a worse team than Jokic. No, he hasn't. I feel like he can carry a worse team than Westbrook and than Harden. Yeah, I feel like he can do that against those two players because those two players are inconsistent. Harden is inconsistent, and Russell Westbrook is inconsistent. They've been inconsistent their whole career. When it comes to the playoffs, these guys do not show up. But the one player on this list that they have up there that shows up, has won an NBA championship, and is a playmaker, can play good defense, can rebound the ball, can score the ball, and could be one of the top, maybe could be one of the top 15 to top 20 players of all time when he's done with his career. It's Jokic. Jokic might be one of the top 10 players in NBA history when he's done with his career, bro. The numbers he's putting up, the numbers he's averaging in triple doubles and double doubles, bro, bro, it's like a video game. It's like 2K, bro. So for people to say, man, yeah, LeBron could carry a worse roster than Jokic and get the most wins, bro, no. We've seen who has done that in their career in actuality, bro. We've seen Jokic do that, bro. We've seen Jokic carry less than team than LeBron and win the championship. If anything, I'm gonna take it there. I'm gonna take it there, and I'm gonna have a lot of you guys offended. LeBron, Jokic might be a better player than LeBron in his prime. Hold on, I'm gonna say this. The reason why I say that, LeBron, only thing LeBron has over Jokic is athleticism. That's it. Everything else that LeBron can do, Jokic can do. Matter of fact, shoot the three, pass the ball, rebound, play make, all that stuff, bro. Can carry a team to the playoffs. Jokic can do all those things. Jokic can do all those things. So, to me, like I said, Jokic might finish his career, might be one of the top 10, top 15 players, greatest players of all time when he's done with his career, bro. Like, so remember I said that. You know what I'm saying? It probably won't shock anybody, bro. You know what I'm saying? The Jokic is gonna be one of the top 10, top 15 players, greatest players of all time. But for people to say, man, yeah, Jokic, LeBron can carry a worse team than Jokic, no, he can't. He hasn't. He's never been the person that everybody's depending on. He has always had a great second player or third player, and they all been Hall of Famers that they could that he could depend on. You know what I'm saying? You could take LeBron out the game, and you got Chris Bosh, you got Dwayne Wade, you got Kyrie Irving, you know what I'm saying? You got Kevin Love, you got Luka, you got Austin Reeves. So you had all these great players, man. Matter of fact, you had Rashad Lewis, you had Ray Allen over there and over there with that Heat's team, bro. Like, so come on, bro. Like, LeBron he's never carried a team by himself. Never. He's never carried a team by himself. It's always help. So with that being said, like, come on, dog. Quit. Y'all just be putting stuff on stuff, man. Talking about, yeah, man, LeBron's carried the rest of the roster. Then no, he hasn't. He has never had to do that. So, like I said, bro, that's one of the things I have to talk about as far as basketball. People just be putting stuff together. I think my boy Jokic is gonna be one of the greatest players of all time when it's all said and done. He's gonna definitely break some records. He's definitely gonna, you know what I'm saying, be one of those guys. We almost done. I might let it run a couple. Maybe I might let it run a little bit more longer to see what happens with the votes and stuff like that. If y'all have anything y'all want to speak on, hit the comments. And let's speak on it. Let's speak on we can speak on the LeBron situation with him and Jokic. We can speak on the football situation when I was talking about with Aaron Donald coming back. If he comes back and he can secure the championship for the Rams. We can speak on that. Y'all hit the comments and let me know what y'all want to speak on real quick before we out of here, bro. Tomorrow, if depending on my schedule, I might be back on here. I might, like I say, depending on my schedule, might be back on here and we'll talk about more basketball because it seems like that's what people want to talk about. Football season is not here yet. That's understandable, but still, damn, like a lot of people showed up and showed out yesterday on the basketball situation with Philly. We was talking about Philly yesterday, and a lot of people think Philly. A lot of people think Philly not gonna win this championship. Don't get me wrong. You had a lot of people yesterday saying that Philly was gonna do their thing, but it wasn't a lot of people saying, "Oh yeah, man, in the first 2 years, I think Philly was gonna win the championship." No, we didn't have a lot of people. We had a lot of we had a lot of people think Philly wasn't gonna win the championship. You know what I'm saying? So if you missed that, that's what we was talking about yesterday with Philadelphia. But like I said, bro, if y'all want to talk about another conversation, another topic, you can hit the comments and let me know what you want to talk about real quick before I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm gonna get all the people that showed up and said something. Either I don't give a fuck if it was negative or positive. Appreciate you for dropping a comment. Thank you if you drop a like or whatever. Appreciate you for dropping likes. Appreciate y'all for coming in and making comments and stuff like that. I like to have a conversation, like to debate against other people. So I appreciate you guys coming through here. Eventually, I'm gonna do a little bit. I'm gonna start giving some giveaways out. You know what I'm saying? So stick around, man. I don't want y'all to miss out. Once my channel get back right to more subscribers and more views and stuff like that, I'm gonna start giving some prizes out, bro. My ultimate plan is to try to give jerseys out, try to bless you guys with jerseys, like I said, you know what I'm saying, seen it through the mail or whatever, and bless you guys with jerseys, bless you guys with some money, you know what I'm saying, anything from 25 to 100, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna bless some people game for attending my channel. I'm gonna bless you guys with jerseys, like I said. And another thing, once my channel get to where I want it to be, my ultimate thing is to bless fans with tickets. With either it could be basketball, football, baseball. But that's my ultimate goal, is to bless the people that's blessing my channel with sports tickets, so they could go see some of their favorite players. Bless them, like I said, with some cash, and also bless them with some sports gear. So that's my ultimate goal. Once I get my channel to where I want it to get at, to bless y'all guys with those things, man. But I do appreciate the people that has came through and you know what I'm saying, and said some things or whatever, or commented and voted or whatever. I do appreciate that, you guys, for coming through, man. But like I said, man, if you haven't dropped a like, man, I see 8 people here. If you haven't dropped a like, drop a like, bro. Pretty soon, during the week, if I don't get to come back on here and drop another conversation, it probably will be, like I say, maybe Friday or Saturday. Come through, drop a conversation. I might have a good $25 to $50 on here on something, and bless somebody game, with that. So that's what, like I said, that's what I plan on doing. We not dropping back. We not gonna go lower. We gonna go higher. We gonna bless people game, man. Like I said, if you have any comments you would like to say, we would definitely I would definitely like for you guys to comment on some things, man. Like I was saying earlier, what do y'all think about Seattle? What y'all think about Sam Darnold? He's gonna have to pass more than he would like to. What y'all think about Seattle? Because I think they're not gonna go deep into the playoffs if Sam Darnold have to pass the ball 60% of the time. That's asking a lot, especially when you don't have the right, when you don't have the right running back there. You don't have that bell cow. You don't have that guy you can depend on. So, like I said, bro, I don't think Seattle could go deep into the playoffs unless their defense steps it up a whole lot and be pretty much shut down, and don't make a lot of mistakes and stuff like that. So and don't let the secondary get torched. So yeah, I definitely don't see Seattle just going deep into the playoffs like that. They could make a playoff run if Sam Darnold takes care of the football, and that means he's being precise, he's being accurate. He's not turning the ball over. He's being secure with the ball. He's not, fumbling the ball and stuff like that. If he could do those things, Seattle, yeah, for sure. That means he's basically trending in becoming a superstar. You know what I'm saying? If he does things like that, not turning the ball over, making the decisive reads, not fumbling the ball, stuff like that, man, and can throw 60% of the time, they can depend on him, then he's trending to become a superstar. If he can win a ring back to back, hey, it's nothing else we can say about Sam Darnold. Then, hey, he's becoming a superstar. But I don't see all that happening, man. That's a lot. You're asking a lot, bro. Even though he won a Super Bowl, you had a great running back and a great defense and some great receivers. I just don't see Sam Darnold 60% of the times. I don't see him. He can do that, bro. And they can depend on him consistently to do that. So I just don't see that happening. Another team I was talking about earlier is who else I was talking about earlier? Yeah. Another team I was talking about earlier was I'm gonna talk about the Green Bay Packers, bro. 'Cause I really didn't speak on them as much as I like to, and and I know they got a great team over there. So, I definitely like the Green Bay Packers. I think the Green Bay Packers is another team that I'm not gonna say people sleeping on, but they should have Cincinnati above those guys. You know, it's not a lot of teams. If you really look at it, besides Josh Allen, bro, I understand the quarterback makes the team go. I understand that, but at the same time, you got to look at it, bro. The Green Bay Packers have a great team, offensively and defensively. They have a great team. And the Green Bay Packers could be one of those teams that shocks. I don't think it's going to shock everybody like that to a certain extent. I think a lot of people understand that Green Bay has a great defense, a great team, a great running back. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it would shock people if Green Bay, make will become a good team this year and make a deep playoff push. I won't think it'll shock too many people. But for sure, I want to talk about Green Bay a little bit more real quick before I shut this thing down. The only thing I would say about Green Bay, hold on, bro. I'm just now seeing this. I don't know if somebody made this up, bro. But if Max Crosby goes to Green Bay, bro, if Max Crosby goes to Green Bay, there's no way in the hell that nobody. That's just like Aaron Donald going to the Rams. That's even better than Aaron Donald going to the Rams. Matter of fact, if Max Crosby goes over there to the Green Bay Packers with goddamn, what's his name? Can't even think his name right now. But yeah, if Matt Crosby goes over there with with if Max Crosby goes over there, what's this name? I cannot think his name right now. What's that defensive end? Came from came from came from what is his name? They came from the Cowboys. Man, bro. Them two, bro. They're gonna wreak havoc, bro, for sure. So to see Max Crosby go over there to the Green Bay Packers would be crazy. Cause man, they definitely have a good roster over there in Green Bay already. With Christian Watson, Josh Jacobs, Jordan Love is a good quarterback. Tucker Kraft is pretty good as a tight end. Jaden Reed, pretty good receiver as well. My receiver this year, by the fact, on the Green Bay Packers, that I hope he stays healthy and has a great season, is Matthew Golden, bro. Matthew Golden is great hands, great speed. He's a great route runner. I definitely think he should have a breakout year this year. I think Matthew Golden could be a future star in the NFL. should be a lot of good things going on with Green Bay. But the thing I would say that what's name has to make better decisions, bro. He always wanna take the big shot downfield, bro. No, you don't always have to take the big shot downfield. You can use your legs sometime, bro. You're athletic, Jordan Love. You're athletic, so sometimes you just gotta take off running and just get that first down or pick up some yards. You know what I'm saying? You don't always gotta take the big shot downfield. Oh, I gotta take the big shot downfield. No, you don't, Jordan Love. Sometimes take the check down. Sometimes just look for your tight end. Sometimes just take out running. You have other options. Look at your running back coming out the backfield. That's like 4 or 5 other options besides going down. I mean, throwing the ball deep downfield. That's his main problem. I feel like that he wants to stretch the field. He wants to throw the ball deep, which is cool. It is exciting. So yeah, people want to see that. But at the same time, bro, you don't have to take chances like that all the time. So I definitely think Green Bay Packers could be a great team, could be an even better team. Um, um, with with the roster that they have, and especially if they pick up Max Crosby, bro. If Green Bay pick up Max Crosby, is gonna be Green Bay pick up Max Crosby is gonna be crazy, bro. It was definitely gonna be it's definitely gonna be it's definitely gonna be shocking. You know what I'm saying? So man, that's another person. Is Alexander still over there? Is I forgot his first name, bro. That cornerback on Green Bay. I wonder if he's still over there because he definitely was uh a great cornerback. Yeah, okay, yeah, he's still over there. So you got Keyshawn Nixon coming over there, and my boy dang, did they get rid of Alexander? I do not see him. Dang. What team did do anybody know what team that Alexander went to from the Green Bay Packers, the cornerback? Because he was pretty good, bro. Um, what is this dude's name, man? It's crazy. What is let me see, bro. Oh, they got him as a linebacker, right? Bro, why they don't? That's crazy. I'm gonna look. Let's see, Rams. But yeah, man. Like I said, Green Bay will be a pretty good team. Uh, I'm Woo, yeah, they got the Rams. The Rams, bro, they got to start out with their scheduling, bro. The Rams scheduling look like it's gonna be pretty good. Let's see who's their first game. LA Rams first game is against the Denver Broncos, bro. Excuse me, guys. The LA Rams first game is against the Denver Broncos. Then after that, they have the Eagles. Uh, yeah, the Denver Broncos. Hold on, my bad. I skipped a couple teams. They could lose if the Rams, if we're going to see. The Rams got the 49ers, which if everybody's healthy, that's going to be a good game. They got the Denver Broncos. They have the Giants in between that. We're not worrying about the Giants. But the Denver Broncos, the 49 the 49ers, Denver Broncos, Eagles, and Bills right there, bro. That's four good teams right there. So man, the Los Angeles Rams definitely got their work cut out within their first 4 or 5 games. So they definitely gonna have to step it up. And I hope we have some news on Aaron Donald pretty soon. Is he coming? He's not, or but they do have another good defensive end over there if Aaron Donald does not come or not. But yeah, man, like I said, they have a good within their first 4 or 5 games, they have some good teams to play. So hey, man, if they don't go out and ball out, man, they can end up 1-4. You know what I'm saying? But that can happen to anybody. But for sure, the Rams got a pretty nice schedule, bro. I'm looking at it right now, and like I said, their first game is 49ers. Third game is going to be good. Denver Broncos. Fourth game, Eagles. Fifth game, the Bills. So then after that, man, they got a couple of mediocre teams. The Cardinals. We don't know what the Raiders going to do. The Chargers might be a good game. Then they have Washington Commanders. That's going to be a good game. The Cardinals. We don't know what the Cardinals are going to do this year. Green Bay Packers, that's going to be a good game. They got the Kansas City Chiefs, 49ers, Cowboys, Seattle Buccaneers, and Seattle again. So the Rams going to have their they got to put in some work this year, man, for sure. If they go back to the playoffs, deep in the playoffs, they deserve it because they got a great schedule. I hate when people say, "Oh man, my team is good this year," but your schedule was trash. Like Seattle last year, Seattle didn't have later like at the beginning of the year and mid season. Seattle didn't play a lot of good teams at first, bro. They only played at the back end, like at the end of the season and then going into the playoffs. They started playing like good teams, bro. They didn't play a lot of uh they didn't play a lot of good teams at the end of the season. But yeah, man. Let's see who the Seattle got for the opener. Oh, okay, yeah. I forgot. It's gonna be Seattle and the Patriots. Seattle and the Patriots. That's gonna be a good game for their first opening game. But after that, they got the Cardinals, which like I keep saying, I don't know what the Cardinals gonna do. I think Seattle and Washington Commanders is gonna be a pretty good game. Chargers, we don't know what the Chargers gonna do. Might be a good game. 49ers, if they're healthy, they could beat Seattle, and that's gonna be a good game, a division game. Broncos versus Seattle, good game. Kansas City versus Seattle. Chicago versus Seattle. Seattle got a pretty good schedule, bro. They don't have a. It's not like last year. They played the Cardinals and Raiders again. Don't worry about that. But 49ers, Cowboys, Eagles, Rams again. Yeah, they got a pretty good schedule, bro. The Seattle Seahawks got a pretty good schedule. Pretty good schedule, bro. It's not gonna be watered down this year. Uh, it's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be a walk through the park, especially with Sam Darnold taking completely control of the offense where he doesn't have to depend on the running back that as much. So we're gonna see because they got a good ass schedule. So we're gonna see what the Seattle Seahawks do this year, bro. Like I keep saying, depending on Sam Darnold. But we're gonna see. They definitely have a good schedule. Cowboys. Let's see what who the Cowboys who's this who let's see who their season opener against. The Giants. Cowboys should win that game, bro. I don't care what y'all say. Cowboys should beat the Giants. Giants don't really have too much. They got one good receiver. I don't believe in Jackson Dart. I don't think he's going to be a good quarterback. I don't think Jim Harbaugh could, he could do something with him. Don't get me wrong, he could do something with Jackson Dart, but I don't really think Jackson Dart is gonna be that guy. I think they're gonna have to go find another quarterback, and then we could see some better moves and better a better season from the Giants. But besides that, I don't think Jackson Dart is going to be a good quarterback this year. I don't care if they got Jim Harbaugh or not. I still don't think he's going to be a good receiver. I mean, a good quarterback, and they're going to do any winning. But anything besides that, the Cowboys' schedule, man, they got the Giants, like I said, the first game. They should win that. It's going to be a good game against them and the Washington Commanders. It's going to be definitely a good game against the Ravens and the Cowboys. Then they have the Cowboys and the Texans, Buccaneers and the Cowboys and Packers, Cowboys and Eagles, Cowboys and Redskins. We ain't worrying about that. Cowboys and the Colts, that's going to be a pretty good game. Cowboys and 49ers, Titans, they should beat them. Cowboys and Eagles, Cowboys and Seattle, Cowboys and Rams, Jaguars. So yeah, the Cowboys got a pretty good schedule too, bro. They not just gonna be, hey, they're gonna have to come out there and earn those wins as well. So the Cowboys are definitely gonna have to come out there and earn those wins. Let's look at the Eagles schedule, bro. Let's look at the Philadelphia Eagles schedule because they definitely not making the. If they make the playoffs, it's gonna be a first round exit. I don't think the Eagles are gonna go far this year. And if they do go to the playoffs, they're gonna exit, be a first round exit. That's what I think was gonna happen to the Eagles. Remember, I said that on on my channel, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think the Eagles are gonna be a first round exit if they make the playoffs. Their first game of the year is Washington Commanders. That's a good game right there. You know what I'm saying? So Washington Commanders, that's gonna be a good game. That might, go down to the end. They should beat the Titans. They got the Chicago Bears. That's gonna be a good game right there. Then they have the Rams. That's gonna be a good game against the Eagles. Even the Jaguars, we know the Jaguars has stepped up their game a lot, so that should be a good game against the Eagles as well. They have the Panthers. We don't know the Panthers. They've been off and on. That could be a toss up, but the Eagles should win that game. The Cowboys again against the yeah, the Cowboys against the Eagles. Then they have the Washington Commanders. Giants is the Eagles should win that game. They have the Steelers. The Eagles should win that game. The Eagles and the Cowboys. Eagles should be the Cardinals. They should beat the Colts. That was going to be a good game. Eagles really got an easy schedule compared to a lot of other teams I've read so far. They got a couple teams. They could make the playoffs easy because they schedule not as hard as some of the other teams. But the Eagles, I still don't think the Eagles are going to go deep in the playoffs. I think they'll be a first round exit, and then their schedule is not that hard compared to some of the teams I've seen so far. So I definitely think the Eagles could make the playoffs because their schedule is not that hard as some of the other teams that I've read so far. But still, I think it's gonna be a dogfight this year because they lost Brown. That means teams are going to concentrate on Shaquan Barkley and concentrate Devontae Smith more. So with that being said, Jalen Hurts going to have to be way more better quarterback in that pocket, man. Most definitely going to have to be a way more better quarterback in the pocket. And he got to stay healthy. That's two things. Who another team I want to look at? Let's look at the Bills schedule. Let's look at the Bills schedule real quick. Buffalo Bills. First game of the year is they played the Texans first game of the year. That's gonna be a good game right there. That's gonna be definitely an exciting game right there. The Buffalo Bills versus the Houston Texans. Let's see everybody talking about CJ Stroud lost his swagger. Hey man, jumping out the gates right there, man. First game of the season right there, man. It's gonna see what if CJ Stroud lost his swagger, man. But like I said, they got he has all his weapons back. He has David Montgomery back there. Let's see what CJ Stroud does in that game against the Buffalo Bills. And let's see what the Houston Texans defense does against the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen. Let's see, man. That should be a good game. That should be an exciting game, man. Really, me personally, I'm picking the Houston Texans over the Buffalo Bills. I'm picking Houston Texans over the Buffalo Bills. The next game that Buffalo Bills has is the Lions. And after that, the Chargers. They have the Patriots. Damn, Buffalo Bills have a hard schedule, bro. I'm going to rewind it back one more time. They have the Texans, Lions, Chargers, Patriots, LA Rams, then the Raiders, Ravens. The Buffalo Bills have an extremely hard schedule, it looks like. Well, for the beginning of the season. Hold on. I spoke too early because after the Vikings, man, they got Jets, Dolphins. Never mind. Yeah, they schedule is gonna be hard. Yeah, they got two games that they should just go out there and win. All the other games, it looks like, bro, the Buffalo Bills are gonna have one of the hardest schedules in the NFL this year, bro, for sure. Have one of the hardest schedules in the NFL this year. They only have 3 games that you just say, okay, man, well, 4 games that you can say, okay, the Buffalo Bills are going to win because they played the Dolphins twice and they played the Jets twice. That's it. Everybody else could easily beat the Buffalo Bills if they shut Josh Allen down. Most definitely, man. Most definitely. That could be definitely a good. They definitely have a hard schedule this year, so we'll see what happens, man. And what other team I was looking at? Let's see what Chicago's schedule looks like. Chicago. Chicago Bears. What's your schedule, man? Okay, Jets in Chicago. Jets in Chicago. We know Green Bay in Chicago. Falcons, Patriots in Chicago. Seattle Seahawks in Chicago. Um, Chicago and Buccaneers. Saints and Buccaneers. Lions and Buccaneers. I mean, Lions is my bad. Lions and Bears, my bad. Saints and Bears, and Jaguars and Bears, Dolphins and Bears, Bills and Bears, Packers and Bears, and Lions and Bears, and Vikings and Bears. They got a pretty decent schedule. It ain't hard as the Bills. The Bills got a hell of a schedule, bro. Like I said, they probably have, from just looking at their schedule, they probably have one of the top 10, top 15 toughest schedules in the NFL. Let me see something real quick. They said it's yep. Oh, they said the people had the team has the toughest schedule this year. It's supposed to be the Chicago Bears has the toughest schedule this season. Then after that, they said the Miami Dolphins, Arizona Cardinals, Green Bay Packers, and Kansas City Chiefs as the teams that has the toughest schedules this year. So, but shit, after that, I guarantee you the Buffalo Bills probably up there, bro, for sure. Because, like I say, you have Chicago Bears is number one, has the toughest schedule. Then Dolphins, then Arizona Cardinals, Green Bay Packers, and Kansas City Chiefs after that. Hold on, did what's his name leave? Hey man, the Dolphins gonna be garbage this year, bro. Gonna be garbage. You don't have Jalen Waddle no more. You don't have Tyreek Hill. What are the Dolphins gonna do? That's a team that's gonna be super garbage. Might well go and look for a new quarterback, man. Like the Dolphins are gonna be straight trash this year. Like them guys gonna have one of the worstest, probably one of the worstest records this year in the league. Like with their roster, you don't have no number one receiver. You got Pook. You got Tua. That dude can't stay healthy, bro. Dolphins are gonna go through hell this year, and they say they have one of the toughest schedules uh, in the league this year. Like I think number two, they said they have the number two toughest schedule in the league. So number two toughest schedule in the league, and you don't have no number one receivers. Man, the Dolphins are gonna go through hell this year, bro. Let's check their schedule out. Their schedule is their first game of the year. Their opening game of the year is they play. Well, that's not their opener. Their first game of the year. Well, that is the opener. The Raiders, they play the Raiders. Then after that, the 49ers, Kansas City Chiefs, Minnesota, Cincinnati, Jets, Patriots, Lions, Colts, Bills, Jets, Broncos, Bears, Green Bay, Chargers, Buffalo Bills, and Patriots. Yeah, man. Not Chicago, my bad. The Dolphins' schedule is gonna be hell, man. They're definitely gonna lose a lot of games this year. Might not win no games this year. Yeah, especially with not having a number one receiver, they will have to lean on the running game a lot this year. Definitely gonna have to do that. Let's check that out real quick. Yeah, man. Like, yeah, bro. They definitely gonna be garbage this year. The Dolphins are gonna go through hell this year. And man, hold on. What's his name get traded? I thought he got traded. They broke up all the receivers, and then they traded to him, huh? Yeah, I forgot. Damn, Tua. Do y'all think Tua gonna start? Got a question. Do y'all think Tua gonna start over what's that quarterback name? Over do y'all think Tua gonna start over Michael Penix? Do y'all think Tua gonna start over that guy, man? All right, cause he might, but is he gonna stay healthy though? That's the problem with Tua. If Tua can stay healthy, they might have something over there. You never know with Tua and Drake London, like Michael Pittman, Robinson. They might have something, bro. They might be a pretty decent team if Tua can stay healthy, and he might start over Michael, bro. Michael Penix. He might start Michael Penix Jr., bro. He might start over him. It's probably his job to lose, but Tua might end up starting before he's all over with. Only thing I think Atlanta Falcons is missing right now, bro, is a coach. Like a coach that you know is a big time name. If they can get somebody like that in there, I think Atlanta Falcons, with all the talent they have, could be a problem, bro. They just don't have that coach. They don't have that coach that everybody expects and has a big time name. They get somebody in there like that, I definitely think Atlanta Falcons could be a great team. I forgot that Tua had got traded over there. So, but yeah, the Dolphins definitely going to be garbage this year. You got rid of your starting quarterback. You got rid of your both of your you definitely got rid of both of your starting wide receivers. Only thing you're going to be able to depend on is your run game. That's it. Both of your running backs. You have two good running backs, so they're definitely gonna have to use those guys. But man, tomorrow, if depending on my schedule, I'll be back. Depending on my schedule, if not, probably this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I'll be there for sure. If my schedule is not booked, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I'll try to be here. If I'll try to be on. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'm gonna let this run for a little bit more, just to see if I can get some more votes. If anybody got something to say, let me know. Besides that, bro, I'm gonna let this run because I've done what I want to do, and I'm gonna just let this run for a little bit. And for the most part, I'm gonna be out. So I'm just let that run. If you got something to say, comment. If I see it, we can jump on that.